Good morning and welcome. We've been focusing this week on cultivating a sense of gratitude in meditation, and meditation specifically to work on that, to be open to that, to experience that. And we've been speaking of gratitude as a spontaneous response that is available when we really are present in life, separate from judgment, separate from labels, in kind of the naked experience of our humanness and our body and breath and our life and our thoughts and our feelings and our values and our relationships. And we're going to continue that practice today, just a brief meditation and making space for querying a sense of gratitude inside. This is very different than conjuring up gratitude. It's more exploring that it might already be there if we just check in. And, in a way, we can also benefit from practicing a conscious, attention to gratefulness in our daily life and naming things as they come to us, holding them in that way that you would call grateful. And there's all kinds of research on that in the realms of positive psychology. And maybe next week I'll dig out some of the actual citations, so in case you want to look that up, you can. So I was thinking this morning, it might be helpful even to know that, in the many, many people I've talked to as a therapist and just as a human, it's not uncommon to find someone who talks about their difficulties in a grateful way. In fact, when I was in graduate school, I had a wonderful teacher named Herman Leon at the University of Kansas, and Herman was a very seasoned social worker, had been in the trenches and as an educator and as a worker in the trenches of society, working on change, working on helping people. And he had a class called Clinical Judgment. I had no idea what it was about. And in this class, there was, I think, 26 of us, and we had 13 weeks of class. And he said, here's the course content. There's no textbooks. There's no reading assignments. There's one paper and one presentation. And the rest of the time, you just get to show up and listen and interact. And the assignment was that every week in our 3-hour class, 2 people, so 2 out of the 26, would answer this question. My strength comes from my suffering. Explain. Wow. So, and he asked us each to pick a song that expressed that theme for us. So for those 13 weeks, I got to listen to 25 other people and myself talk about that theme. My strength comes from my suffering. And as a class, we grew into a sense of appreciation and almost wonder for how resilient our nature is, to take difficulty and turn it into something beautiful and valuable and something that we would cherish for the rest of our lives. So maybe take a moment just before we begin meditating and explore and see, is there something in your past, something small or something large, a difficulty that You can now look back and hold with a sense of gratitude and appreciation for what it brought into your life. As you answer that question inside, notice how it feels. Maybe you find yourself smiling at something that you once dreaded, or at least accepting it as something that was a gift in a big way to you. And if you're in touch with that, this thing that was difficult that has become part of your strength or part of your the meaning level of your life or the level of what you think is important and what you're committed to or what came to you through that difficulty as a gift. It'd be, it'd be just a little taste of the kind of gratitude that might be most supportive of our growth and our ability to show up with a willing heart, willing to experience what comes to us, not resisting. So let's just go right into meditation from there. I'm going to start over because that bell wasn't very loud. It's always good to be able to hear the bell. All right, done. Starting over, close. Let's do this again. So as the bell helps us by drawing us into the sound of the present moment, we can check in with ourselves about our intention for this practice. Our basic intention is to be here and just allow ourselves to be. To be just as we are, to find ourselves in this moment and greet ourselves in a friendly way. So as you begin to check in with your sensations, see if it's possible to greet yourself in a friendly way. Each sensation that comes to you, a place of connection. So noticing your body, noticing the posture you intend for yourself, and finding that. And noticing the sense of being connected where your feet touch the floor, where your body is resting and being pulled onto what you're sitting on. A sense of the ground beneath you. And seeing if it's possible to take a step back, a little bit of space, and take in the body as a whole, single experience with many aspects. And allowing your awareness to range over this experience of the sensations of your body, and allowing yourself to zoom in on specific parts that stand out, or to zoom out and take it all in as a whole, even noticing the background, the tiny sensations that might go unnoticed. Letting thoughts become background, if possible. And if they don't, if they continue to press into awareness, not struggling, not fighting, just over and over again, redirecting awareness. Oh, there's a subtle choice in here. I can choose what to pay attention to. And then gathering awareness on the abdomen and the way breath moves in the abdomen. And you can accentuate it if you wish, or you can just observe it as it is. How the belly expands and contracts with each breath in and each breath out. Noticing that, sensing it, feeling it, taking it in just as it is. And as you continue to notice the breath coming back, if you've lost your way over and over again, seeing if it's possible for you to imagine and embrace that each breath is flowing in to all parts of your body, and emptying out of all parts of your body, so that you're holding the awareness of your whole body breathing all the way in and all the way out. And allowing your awareness to just be here as best you can. returning to the breath and returning to the body as an anchor in the present moment. If thoughts get drawn into the past or the future, and as you practice this, the sensations of the body may change. Some may become pleasant, relaxing, soft, energetic. Some may be unpleasant, stressful, impatient, even itchy or tense. Seeing if it's possible for you to accept each sensation of the body on its own terms. And then, if you wish, you can gather all your awareness and bring it up into your mind and gather it around a single word held as a question: grateful. And as you drop that question into your being, it's essentially, what am I grateful for? What's coming up for me? And then just be with that. See what flows through your awareness. If nothing comes, that's okay. Don't force it. Just allowing the word grateful to query deep inside of you. And perhaps each breath in becomes receiving the gifts that come to you. Each breath out, letting go of effort and striving. And you can always return to the body and the breath and begin again. And as the time of our formal meditation comes to a close, letting go of all intentions except for the last few moments to notice the body, notice the breath, maybe with a small sense of how gratitude lives at the core of our existence as we receive, receive, receive what's given to us, breath by breath and moment by moment. So I appreciate you being here. And if you have anything to share about this practice, feel free to leave it in comments. Also, feel free to leave this with anybody that you think might be open to it or help. It might help them. And here's a last weird thought. Um, Maybe somebody somewhere was meditating and feeling grateful for you, or maybe just spontaneously feeling that. Uh, Take care. We'll see you on Monday.